What's up everyone, ILIA Plonks on this channel. I thought I might end up doing a series of videos for beginner intermediate level to explain some basic meta that allows you to avoid some general mistakes in identifying the country. So today we're going to be focusing on car meta, and I have a Learnable Meta plugin installed, so let's do some Google Cars training and see what we can learn today. I'll be playing this as no move and explaining stuff on the go. So as you can see here, we have a white pickup truck. We are driving on the right with some rather jungly landscape. So we have the dashed outer lines that you'll find in some of the French-speaking countries, I would say. So it's basically, you'll see them in Tunisia, you'll see them in Senegal, and yeah, of course, combined with the landscape, it has to be Senegal here. I would assume it's southern Senegal, and this is the truck you get in this country a lot, so it's worth knowing this. Let me try to line up some road here. Yeah, I don't have to be focused much on the region guessing here, rather. Okay, let me try this one. Okay, it was in fact this road. Yeah, you can see with the Learnable Meta, you get like hints after every round you play. This time saying all of Gen 4 coverage in Senegal was taken using a pickup truck. So you can find two variants, one white, one silver, which is like very indicative in this case. Okay, this time we've got another car. This has to be Guam or NMI with this type of antenna on the right. With no traffic here, I would say it's rather NMI. I'm not really sure what's the difference was between the antennas. I guess in NMI you would get the antenna closer to the camera, but I'm not too sure. I mean, this has to be NMI probably. Let me find this on the map. Yeah, something here maybe. Okay, wasn't far away. Northern Mariana Islands, the entire Google car is blurred, but an antenna at the front right can still be seen. Yeah, it feels noticeably closer to the car than in other countries with the similar car. Other countries, you can see what is meant here, Puerto Rico and Guam mostly. This is the Kyrgyzstan car. You can see all four bars sticking out and also square black mirrors. I'm not too good at Kyrgyzstan region guessing, so I'll just plonk it somewhere. Yeah, so in Kyrgyzstan all coverage is Gen 3 and it's all taken with a silver truck and combined with the fall coverage or winter coverage, you can make sure you're in this country. This is a similar truck to what we've seen before, but this time it has to be Puerto Rico. How do I get this? Of course, you get no fronts in Puerto Rico, mostly. That's the first thing. The second hint is that all Puerto Rico phone numbers are starting with the 787. And also, you get a lot of Spanish here because it's an US territory, but they do indeed speak Spanish a lot. So I'll not overthink this, so just clicking somewhere here maybe. Okay. Yeah. So if we talk about the differences between the NMI car and the Puerto Rico car, they will both have antennas on the right. This thing sticking out, but in NMI the antenna will be much closer to the camera. Otherwise, yeah, you get a lot more traffic in Puerto Rico, of course, compared to NMI and Guam. Let's see what we can do next. So we have yet another white pickup truck, but this time, of course, it's not Senegal. So if you see this pickup truck, sometimes you will have the wire on the left, sometimes you won't. But anyway, with a kind of Russian looking landscape, it has to be Kazakhstan, northern Kazakhstan in this case. Yeah, the tree clusters look like the ones you'll see around Omsk in Russia. So this is an easy northern Kazakhstan for me, combined with the wire that you'll find mostly in the western and northern parts of the country. So let me try to figure something out here. Maybe it's just this road, like max close to Russia. Yeah, it was. Okay. So it's a similar car that we've already seen in Senegal, but of course you're not allowed to mix up the landscapes here. Yeah, it's gonna be flat and open in Kazakhstan most of the times. If we ignore the Almaty coverage, the Almaty winter coverage, where you see a lot of mountains. So 24K. Let's play this one more time. Maybe we get something different. Okay, we get Mongolia here, Mongolia Gen 4. So all variations of this kind of brown or silver, I don't know what this color is, beige pickup truck with some equipment on it. This will always be Mongolia combined with the landscape. You see more mountains in the western part of the country, but otherwise, yeah, as I told you before, not gonna be focused too much on region guessing country, but rather on avoiding mistakes and identifying them. Yeah, okay, 68 kilometers away. What is this? Oh, so if you see the blurred front and then the black trunk, you have to be in American Samoa, I believe. Unless I'm trolling. Let me try. Where was it? Here somewhere, right? So let's just assume we're in the mountains of American Samoa. Yeah, we were actually on the coast somewhere. Okay. So if you see a street view car with a slightly rusted black truck bed, you know you're in American Samoa. Yeah, this car is unique to this island, kind of an easy one for beginners. Okay, this is also a unique car. You can see a white box car with the black mirrors only in Uganda, and this is like the only option. Driving on the left, yeah. It's kind of a good neighborhood. You also have to know that the Uganda coverage is very limited, and it's mostly in the national parks and in the capital cities. In this case, I will definitely go for Kampala. Uganda's unique Google car is white and visible square mirrors, and its coverage is limited to Kampala. Yeah, it's basically what I've just said. An easy one as well. Is this just Kenya? Yeah, it probably is. So I am assuming we're driving on the left and we have a huge truck blur visible. So it's a little bit bigger in the front part and a little bit smaller in the rear part. As for where in Kenya, not so easy to say. Just clicking around here. Yeah, it was in fact southwest of Nairobi. Sometimes you won't see Kenya snorkel, and instead you'll see great white pickup car without antenna, and sometimes it might be even fully blurred. Yeah, this was the case of a fully blurred Kenya car, but luckily we were able to use the landscape to not get the country wrong. Okay, we've had this before. This is the Kyrgyz car, silver pickup truck with black mirrors. This time we have a huge mountain range to our south, and yeah, basically from all sides. Maybe it's findable, but yeah, let me try this. Wasn't this road, but yeah, anyway. Let's play one more. Isn't this beautiful? So, on the Faroe Islands in Gen 4, you get this truck where the whole body is blurred and you can only see the front antenna here. So this is how you understand you're not in Iceland, in case you're in doubt. So I don't think the Iceland car has an antenna in the front. Let me see if I can find the road, because I mean, it feels like most locks in Faroe are 5 cable. Yeah, could be this one maybe. Okay, it was a little bit more north, yeah, 1 kilometer away. So Generation 4 coverage in Faroe Islands was captured with a black pickup truck with an antenna on the front, and the truck will be always blurred, but the antenna should be visible in most cases. Okay, here we've got some flat landscape, a little bit of mountains in the distance. We don't quite see where the sun is, but I mean, if you combine the landscape with the black car in Gen 3, this has to be Argentina all the time. I would assume it's very far south in the country, maybe even Tierra del Fuego. Let me look for some road that can make sense. No, it wasn't TDF, but rather Santa Cruz. Anyway, the Learnable Meta suggests that if you find yourself in a flat, desolate area with a visible black car, you're likely to be in Arge. So the other options with the black car in South America are Peru and Uruguay, but it didn't look anywhere close to these countries, so it's kind of an obvious choice. Of course, the sun should help in most cases to see that you're in the southern hemisphere. Okay, we've been to Faro before, but this time we've got the Gen 3 car, which is also a pickup truck, but you can see the bars here as well. And isn't this beautiful again? I mean, how can you not fall in love with this? So we can see like open sea to our northwest. And yeah, probably findable as usual. Is it this stuff here? Nice. We are on the right road here. So this brown Street View car with visible mirrors and a roof rack is unique to the Faroe Islands. Yeah, you'll never find this car in Iceland. It's worth mentioning. Okay. You would think this looks like a Mexican or maybe Brazilian landscape. Yeah, and you have the Limpopo poles here, but the only thing that matters here is this car. Like, you see the dark front and the bars. And yeah, this would mean you are 100% in Curacao, which is an island. Where was it once again? Yeah, just above Venezuela here. So you get a lot of cacti there as well. So this should be probably the main road going somewhere. I don't know. Yeah. The only probably comparable car you can find in the Dominican Republic, but the landscape will be completely different because in the Dominican Republic mostly the cities are covered, so 2 major cities, and in Curacao you'll have a lot of rural logs as well. Okay, we've had this already, or did we? I don't remember. So this is also a unique car only found in Uganda. It's a boxy pickup truck with black mirrors visible, and it's driving left, only found in Uganda. Nothing else to discuss. Yeah, basically the Uganda coverage is limited to Kampala, the capital, and a couple of national parks, but the car will be different. So we're safely clicking Kampala here and getting our 5K. Okay, maybe let's do one more. Okay, round 1 is pretty interesting because you see what looks to be a Mexican cactus and what looks to be a Limpopo pole here, but it's never Mexico or South Africa in this case, because if you see this dark pickup truck with the roof rack visible, it can only be Curacao, which is a small island located just north of Venezuela. Yeah, I'm not gonna be looking for the road here. In some cases, depending on the sun, this car might look kind of greenish. This is a nice example too of a unique car. So this black car with silver mirrors combined with the left-hand side drive should put you in Bermuda, because this car is never found anywhere else. Yep. Going here. It was indeed Bermuda. So the Learnable Meta says you'll see the entire front side of the vehicle visible. Okay, that should probably be helpful too. Okay, you might think this is a Ghana tape, but it's on the wrong bar. So this can only mean you're on the Réunion Island, which is east of Madagascar. It's a French territory. So basically the white front of the truck combined with the tape on the right, on the rear right bar should put you there. We can see ocean northeast. So I would assume this is findable. Yeah, let me try this road maybe. Yeah, okay. So this car features visible side mirrors, a roof rack, and a black tape at the end of the rear right bar. Make sure you don't mix it up with Ghana. Okay, we've had a lot of Kyrgyzstan already. Not gonna be explaining this once again. Silver car, roof rack, square black mirrors should put you somewhere in this country. Yeah, okay, let me find something. I'm too bad at Kyrgyzstan. Have to know my roads here. Okay, what do we have here? So sun is rather south. We have a white pickup truck, but it's like, you can judge by the landscape. It's not Kazakhstan, it's not Rwanda or Senegal. Yeah, it's it has to be one of the two options with the with these rocky mountains. It can only be like maybe Namibia, but mainly Oman. And with the sun south, it can only be Oman. So where do we have the mountains? North and somewhere southwest. Yeah. Yeah, we can check the copyright too, because if you see 24 copyright, the whole Oman coverage was released in 24, so this could be helpful as well. If you have a vibe that you're in the Middle East and you see big white pickup truck with antenna, you're gonna be in Oman. Yeah. First, get your vibes ready, guys. Okay. Some decent results. I hope I could be helpful with car meta here. So let me know in the comments if you want to see more of this kind of content. Cheers.